What is up, everybody? My name is Jeremy and welcome to the channel. And this is going to be my breakdown and predictions for the episode 9 trailer for House of the Dragon. And it looks like things are really starting to heat up now, and by the looks of it, the Green Council is getting ready to kick off in this episode as the trailer starts off and we see a shot of Otto, Alicent, and Sir Crispin in the small council chambers, and Otto is announcing that the king is indeed dead. And before I go any further, I just got to say another big shout out to my main man, Paddy Considine, for his outstanding performance as Viserys. Even George R. R. Martin was completely praising his performance and saying that he brought something to the character of Viserys that was missing even in the Book of Fire and Blood. And I totally agree. Like, Paddy brought something to that character, just completely new depths that wasn't even in Fire and Blood. This character was fleshed out way more on the TV show, and got to give a big shout out to Paddy Considine for that. He was absolutely phenomenal. But then we see Alicent, who is fresh off completely misinterpreting what Viserys said in his final moments there on his deathbed about the Song of Ice and Fire prophecy. Now, clearly, Viserys thought that he was talking to Rhaenyra and finishing the conversation that they had started earlier in the episode when Rhaenyra was asking Viserys if he truly believes in this prophecy of the Song of Ice and Fire, the Aegon the Conqueror's prophecy. And Alicent completely misinterprets this and takes it to think that Viserys is meaning that he wants Aegon to be king for some reason. Alicent just clearly hears what she wants to hear in that moment. Clear confirmation bias. But yeah, as we see Alicent here, she is talking to someone, and she's saying that Viserys' last wish was for Aegon to be king, which we know is a misinterpretation of what he said. Then we hear Otto say that the door is going to remain closed until they finish our business. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this Green Council scene play out on the show. Obviously, those of us who read Fire and Blood, we have a general idea of what happens during this Green Council meeting. But it's always really interesting to see how these things translate on screen, especially in the case of Fire and Blood. And in the book, there has a lot of different accountings for a lot of these different events. Oftentimes, the 2 or 3 different accounts of events are completely different from each other sometimes. So it's nice to see which version of events they go with on the show. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this Green Council plays out, especially when we see later on Lord Beesbury stands up and he's saying, oh, this is treason. So I'm a little worried about him. Those of us who read Fire and Blood, I think we have an idea of what is going to be happening there. But another interesting scene is that we see Crispin Cole and Harold Westerling drawing swords in what appears to be the Green Council chamber. So I'm wondering what's going on here. I mean, I have a feeling maybe Criston Cole is obviously standing up for the Greens, and when they say that they want Aegon to be king, and maybe Harold Westerling is kind of standing up for Rhaenyra in this moment and trying to tell them, hey, this was not the king's wishes. Rhaenyra is the heir. We need to swear her in and have her coronation, basically. So I'm looking forward to seeing this whole Green Council scene play out on the screen. Like I said, we got all these different accounts of what happens in Fire and Blood, so to get the definitive version on the show is going to be really interesting. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out. And I gotta say, I'm a little bit worried about my man Graham McTavish's Harold Westerling. Now, at this point in Fire and Blood, in the book version anyway, Graham McTavish's character has already died. So I'm wondering what is going on here. I really hope we're not about to see the death of Harold Westerling right here between him and Crispin Cole. So looking forward to seeing what is going on here. But I got to say, I'm a huge fan of Graham McTavish. He's been a great addition to the show. So I'm really glad that they kept him on a little bit longer than his book counterpart did. And another interesting scene that stood out to me in the trailer was a scene that what looks to be Aegon running away from one of the Kingsguard members. And it looks like one of the twins, either Arik or Eric maybe. And I'm really wondering what's going on here in this scene. Now, Aegon seems to be dressed in one of those kind of hoods that Daemon wears when he wants to kind of not be recognized, when he's doing his kind of night work, as it were. And I don't know, it's a very interesting scene. You see Aegon running away from one of the Kingsguard members here. So it's almost like maybe Aegon is maybe running away from his responsibilities, maybe. Because on the show version, it clearly seems like Aegon does not want to be king. We even hear him talk about it in the previous episode, how he didn't ask for any of this. He's done everything that Alicent and Otto have asked of him. So it definitely doesn't seem like he really wants to be king all that much. So I wouldn't be too surprised if this is just Aegon trying to just run away from his responsibility here in this moment. And they're kind of grabbing him up, saying, "Hey, no, this is your duty, kid." But it's a really interesting scene, I must say, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on here. Then the trailer ends with a line that we've heard in previous trailers between Rhaenys and Alicent, where Rhaenys asks Alicent if she's ever imagined herself sitting on the Iron Throne. And then we get a shot of a new crown being placed down. Now, this is definitely not the crown that Viserys has been wearing throughout Season 1 of House of the Dragon, and if I had to guess, this would probably be the crown of the original Aegon the Conqueror. Now, in previous trailers, we do see that Rhaenyra does end up with Viserys' crown at some point. We do see her wearing it in one of these shots on the trailers. So when they do go to crown Aegon on the show, and I'm imagining they're going to be dusting off the old crown of Aegon the Conqueror, as they do in Fire and Blood as well. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a pretty old school looking crown. It looks like it's probably going to be some badass Valyrian steel. Part of it almost looks like the kind of Kings of Winter crown, the way the Kings of Winter's crown is described, the old Stark crown. But looking forward to seeing what is going on here. But I have a feeling this is probably Aegon the Conqueror's original crown from his conquest, and they'll probably be crowning Aegon II with this crown instead of the one Viserys has been wearing, because it looks like Rhaenyra ends up with that one. But there you have it, folks. My breakdown and predictions for the Episode 9 trailer for House of the Dragon. And it looks like things are really starting to heat up. We got only 2 episodes left until Season 1 ends, and then it's probably going to be a little bit of a wait until we get Season 2. Part of me is hoping that we can maybe get Season 2 by the end of 2023, but it's more likely probably not going to drop until 2024, most likely. But I'm really looking forward to where this show is going. This has been a great setup so far, and like I said, the Dance of the Dragons is just around the corner, and this show is really going to start taking off pretty soon. There's going to be a lot of death, a lot of battles, a lot of big dragon battles going on, and the whole show is going to look totally different. So people who were wondering kind of where all the dragon action and stuff like that is, I promise you it is right around the corner, and we are going to be getting a lot of it. So definitely look forward to that. And let me know down in the comments section what you're looking forward to most. If you've read Fire and Blood, where do you think Season 1 is going to end off? Do you think we'll get the Battle of Shipbreaker Bay? Could we go as far as Blood and Cheese? Do you think they'll save Blood and Cheese for Season 2? I'm very curious what you guys think, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they end off Season 1. I have a feeling, I'm hoping that we get Shipbreaker Bay at the end of Season 1. It seems like that would be a really good spot to end it off, a nice big holy crap moment, and it gives the audience a nice little taste of some of the big dragon battles that we have to look forward to for the rest of the series. So I'm looking forward to it. And I was really glad to hear that George R.R. Martin said that he hopes that House of the Dragon will get at the very least 4 full seasons to do this story justice, which is awesome. And I think a lot of us were kind of right around that same ballpark as well. 3, 4, maybe 5 seasons at most to get the whole Dance of the Dragon story done. So that's really great news. So I'm really looking forward to that. Awesome news that George also confirmed that Daeron the Daring will be on the show, so that is great as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Cannot wait to see who they cast. So be on the lookout for some more House of the Dragon and A Song of Ice and Fire content on the channel. I'm going to continue to do live streams and videos all throughout the hiatus while we're waiting for Season 2, so definitely come back and hang out. And if you have any suggestions or requests for videos that you would like to see, definitely let me know down in the comments section. I will definitely try to get to all of them for sure. And as always, I want to thank everybody out there for watching, and I will see you on the next one.